another day, another dollar or $1.50 if you're an officer. There you go. And as you will see, all three of us are above board this morning. Good morning, Pete.
Morning, Dennis.
And Frank, nice of you to join
Morning,
us.
morning all.
And I see not only have you got the snow on the top, but the snow behind you as well.
Yes, yes, yes.
We'll give you a short forecast. There's a big cyclone coming. And if you're in the northern part of the country, you're going to get wet and maybe blowing around. Maybe
Yeah.
we're a bit luckier in the south, but who knows? um, so, what's happened? News and views. So, I guess the big item of discussion would be let me just get the right wording. I don't want to confuse people. It is called the Recognition Bill, which was put out by the Veterans Recognition Bill, put out by Mr. Pink, the Minister of Veterans Affairs, I think it was last Friday, to try and rectify all the issues or some of the issues with the definition of a veteran. What do you guys think about that?
Well, I think he let us down to start with by saying that you won't be getting any of the benefits under the Veteran Support Act.
Right.
So that's not a very good start.
Yep. Pete?
I like the fact that he has done something, which
Yep.
his predecessors have not done.
Yep.
I agree with Frank, but I still feel that they need to rewrite the act anyway.
Yes.
So, under the current legislation, we can't get anything. That doesn't mean to say that won't change.
Right.
Mm.
Right.
It's
So,
that's what I'm wishing for.
yeah, one of the things that I won't say it concerns me. It tickles a funny part of my sense of humour. So we've currently got these definitions, two within the Veteran Support Act. So we've got two classes of people there, those with operational service and those with service prior to 74. And then you've got those who've served post 74. If you don't have operational service, then you're not really a veteran and you're not entitled to the medical support from Veterans Affairs. And then the RSA's got its own view, which is everybody should be a veteran from signing up. And now we're creating another piece of legislation to throw in yet another two. So we're going to end up with maybe 4 or 5 views instead
Four types of veterans, the way I read it.
instead of clarifying the issue, it kind of muddies it a bit more, which I guess is a little bit it's a bit disappointing. But then again, you can't please everybody, and I'm not saying I'm hard to please, but whatever the minister does or whoever happens to be sitting in that seat does, there's going to be guys and ladies who've served who aren't happy with the end result. So that's a couple of the points. One of the other things that came to me was the fact that the Veterans Day, which is going to be a national day dedicated to honouring New Zealand's veterans. But the thing is, it's not a public holiday. So if you're entitled to be a veteran under any one of those definitions and to take the day off and celebrate with your mates, if you're not retired, you actually still have to take the day off to go out and get together. So you've got to cease work. So it's not a bit of a gift, it's a bit of a punishment if you want to celebrate because you're going to cost you a day's leave. So that's a bit, in my view, a bit disappointing.
I'm waiting to see the fine print of the terms of reference for the submissions.
Yeah,
because that's going to be interesting. Whatever they make up will be virtually what they say they want.
Yep.
Our submissions won't make any difference.
Pete.
I think you've also got to consider the fact that Minister Pink didn't dream this up on his own. I'd suggest that he's getting a lot of advice from Defence. So there is still a relatively large amount of people in Defence that don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
So if I could be so bold as to say that. So
No,
at
I think
least it
you're
is a
right.
push in the right direction.
And I think the RNZRSA advocated for what they believe on behalf of their membership at a meeting with Minister Pink. I think it was Tuesday last week. One evening they had a Zoom get together. So there are views being put forward from not just NZ Defence, but also the voice of the veteran community, if you like, which is the RNZRSA. So I think, Frank, you're quite right. It's a matter of waiting to see what comes out. And certainly our organisation, external to the RNZRSA, needs to make its own submission to that bill. Because I think for those who served and haven't had the opportunities to serve operationally, we represent, I think, the biggest cohort pre-1990. So 74 to 89, big chunk of people who maybe are looking for something more substantial from the government. And it was good to see some chat from Ross Hamona. He had some interesting comments, and I have to support his statements about what did he say? Give me just a moment. Where they were talking about the here it is. The suggestion that one of the limiting factors for support for veterans is the availability of finance. But as he points out, and as others have pointed out, when the Veterans Advisory Board advised Minister Mark, the money is being spent, if it is being spent, through ACC, WINS, Health New Zealand, etc. So it's already in the government system. It's just not being channeled through Veterans Affairs to the veterans. So I think that's, there was a lot of talk about 144 million. It's already being spent, but the advocacy group of the RNZRSA hoping to investigate how those numbers are made up and where the money's actually being spent, which is a bit difficult when you can't isolate the veteran community from the likes of ACC and WINS. Although I recall at a conference I went to, one of the government agencies has got some very clever data analysis software, which I think they did a trial and it was something like 80 or 90% accurate on identifying veterans within the broader community. So there is some hope there of being able to isolate out where money's being spent.
Can you make it 2 o'clock? No. So he'll give us a ring to come another day.
What, the furniture man?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right there, Frank.
Yep.
Sorting out life. That's the way. So
I've just thought of a very interesting OIA question from that.
Oh, okay.
We could add all these ones.
Yeah. Well, here's the thought. Does the government or NZDF pay ACC levies for all their troopies?
Bound to part of the pay package.
They must do, yeah.
Well, you would think so.
Yeah.
Do you ever recall it being taken out of your pay?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah, don't know. But remember, our service, a chunk of our service was pre-74.
No, mine wasn't.
Oh, because you did another X
I
number
did
of years,
another
14 years.
6, 7, another 8 years
8 years.
after ACC.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Good thought.
I might plan that today.
Excellent.
Well, after the rain starts, anyway.
I think the only other point of, well, there are a couple of points of interest. One is the on the weekend, on Saturday, the RNZRSA had its national meeting, conference, what do you call it these days? I forget. And the new constitution that's been a cause of a lot of angst for a number of people was passed by about 57% to 43%, give or take 1 or 2 decimal points. So it's become the new guiding legal document for RNZ RSA. And we'll just see what flows from that. I understand that there's a new constitution also coming out for the local RSAs, and we'll most likely have a look at that and craft something for our association out of the document that's already in existence. Something to look forward to, hopefully by the AGM in 27th of July here in Templeton, South Island. What else we got? What else do I want to waffle about this morning? Oh, okay. So there are some changes to the coffee day for people in Christchurch. Friday day in April is postponed because it falls on Anzac Day, and it will take place on the 1st of May. Will be the next one. So that's don't go down there on Anzac Day. Well, you can if you're in the Air Force. I think they have a service there about midday, but the normal coffee day won't be running. That'll be on Thursday, the 1st of May. And there's a case management clinic in Auckland on the 20th of May. 2 sessions, 2 separate places. A morning session at the Ranfurly Veterans Home. Is there a time? No, haven't got a time. And then there's an afternoon session between 1 and 3:30 at the Manuira RSA Scenic Drive. So that's about me for today, folks. Anything else, team, that you would like to...
The only thing that I'd just like to add, thanks to a viewer watching us who contacted me to remind me that I forgot about 2 other vessels that we use for survey and diving, the Monowai and the Resolution. So sorry about that, folks. I didn't have much to do with them in my Navy days.
Good on you. Thanks, Frank.
So have you made a resolution not to forget the resolution?
Yeah.
And there is one other, well, actually there are two other VANS clinics. So one's in Christchurch on the 30th. So that must be Wednesday the 30th or Tuesday the 30th. And then the following day, the 1st of May in Dunedin. So 30th of April here in Christchurch, 1st of April in Dunedin. And I'd just like to offer a bit of a shout out to the people who got these clinics running within Veterans Affairs, as well as the hard work put in by former Colonel Ross Milne and Tom Turnbull here in Christchurch. And also got the coffee days running in, I think it's Tauranga and Blenheim, and I think there's also one in Dunedin. So well done, team. Last posts or crossing the bar, Frank?
Yeah, no, none in our world today. We're all still happily smiling above ground.
Excellent, that's good news. And the same from my end of the last posts. I haven't seen any being posted for this week, so that's a good sign. So just a general thanks everybody for their service, for whenever you served and whatever you got up to while you were in service, whether you were serving operationally or not. We're happy to include you in part of what we do. Any volunteers? We'll just do the ode to remember those who passed.
Yep.
Thanks, Pete.
Colton. Yeah. They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them.
We will
We'll
remember
them.
lest we forget.
Lest we forget. Thank you, Pete. Thank you, Frank. To those of you who've taken the time to watch us today, if you've noticed any errors, please phone Frank.
Yeah.
Send him a message. And if he thinks you're correct, he'll send you a chocolate fish.
Yeah.
So take care. Look after yourself. Look after your mates. Easter coming up. Plenty of people on the road. Be safe. Be a bit wary. Don't go too far in one stretch. As we age, we all get to enjoy the experience of losing some of our driving skills and our concentration. So be careful out there. Catch up with family and friends. And we'll see you same time, same bat channel next week. Take care.
Yep. Bye.
Good day.